parang mas sensitive ngayon ng Commission on Elections. Marami silang mga sinampahan o pinadalhan ng show cause order. Marami din, meron din mga party list, meron din mga kandidato, local, no, na dinikyo nila. Wala pang ang botohan, Sir EB.
Well, yes, no, hindi lang naman ngayon, no, over the last several months, no, napaka-sensitibo talaga ng COMELEC, no. Konting kritisismo lang, konting pagpupuna, talagang kaso na kaagad. And you look at the case, classic example, Attorney Respicio, who was just articulating being an expert, an IT expert, an IT auditor, a registered or a certified public accountant, and a lawyer who has been in the practice of information technology audit. Very valid ang kanyang concern at very scientific, no? Explained in layman's terms ang kanyang mga concern. Anong nangyari doon? Na-issuehan pa ng warrant at di ba? Nakulong pa ata sandali after he posted bail nakalabas, no? Sensitive is a very polite word, no? MJ. Kung akong I just wouldn't want to mention or utter any word worse than sensitive, pero talagang sobra pa sa sensitive ang ano ngayon, ang COMELEC ngayon, MJ.
Apo, Attorney Mark, batay po sa batas, ano po ba ang scope and limitations ng Commission on Elections?
Ang Commission on Election, during election period, sila ang mag-supervise, in fact, kahit mga kapulisan under their control. Ganun yan. So, ibig sabihin, kahit mga kung may warrant, may baril ka, may permit ka, kailangan kang kumuha ng exemption sa Commission on Election. As a lawyer, kailangan talaga ng Commission on Election may ngipin. So, hindi pwede na nakalagay sa batas na bawal ang vote buying, bawat ang vote selling. Tapos, wala namang nakulong sa vote buying, wala namang nakulong sa vote selling. So, dapat ngayon, may ngipin dapat ang COMELEC and dapat hindi sila makitaan ng a little bias. Kailangan fair sila, independent sila, impartial sila sa lahat ng mga gagawin po nila. So for example, may mga kandidato na gumagawa ng mga vote buying, nakita. The COMELEC should disqualify them. May mga pinagsasabi na bawal sa batas. The COMELEC should disqualify them. But of course, in compliance with the due process clause. Hindi basta-basta na i-disqualify. Kailangan na bigyan ng pagkakataon na magpaliwanag. Kung wala namang sapat na paliwanag, the COMELEC dapat may ngipin po sila kasi during election period, sila dapat ang police. Sila dapat ang military na mag-implement sa batas lalo na sa election season.
Paano naman kayo, Mark, yung issue ng disenfranchisement? Para sa isang kandidato na sa tingin niya ay napagkaitan siya ng due process clause at siya po'y napatawa ng DQ.
Ang DQ, for example, nagsasabi ka ng mga illegal, bawal yan. For example, may mga violations ng election law. So, the COMELEC may disqualify you, but hindi naman isabihin na automatic disqualify ka. Kasi bibigyan ka ng pagkakataon na magpaliwanag. For example, ma-disqualify ka sa first division, you can file motion for reconsideration. Then pag manitay, you can file also an appeal sa Supreme Court, right mo yan. But dapat as a democratic country, dapat ang ating COMELEC dapat may ngipin. Hindi basta-basta lang na papel lang yung election law natin. Kailangan yung election law natin properly implemented, strictly implemented. Kung sino ba ang mag-implement ng election law? The COMELEC. And the COMELEC should strictly enforce our election law. Otherwise, baka may mockery of justice tayo, baka pagtawanan tayo, and wala talagang totoong eleksyon mangyayari kung hindi nila strictly i-implement ang batas, lalo na sa eleksyon.
May tanong po si William Vega, no, sa ating YouTube stream. Ito, pamilyar si Sir EB at saka si Sir June sa issue na to. Paano naman po, Kuya Mark, itong isang kandidato na pinatawan po ng preventive suspension ng isang government body, pero po hindi niya in-honor yung preventive suspension. Meron po bang maaaring gawin ng Commission on Elections dyan, Kuya Mark?
For example, iba yun. Kasi hindi naman yung election offense. Pag hindi pag-comply, I know that kung sino yung binabanggit mo, MJ, yung Cebu Governor, hindi naman yun election offense. Kung hindi, violation yun sa hindi pagsunod sa order ng Office of the Ombudsman. So yun yan. So the Office of the Ombudsman may sila yung may karapatan anong dapat gawin po nila sa pag-failure to comply or failure to follow yung rules ng Office of the Ombudsman. So, hindi yung COMELEC kasi iba yung jurisdiction ng COMELEC. Ang jurisdiction ng COMELEC is to implement election laws and to try election cases. Office of the Ombudsman, ang jurisdiction niya ay yung pag-aabuso ng mga politiko, mga public official, ang pangungurakot ng mga public officials, yun naman ang jurisdiction ng Office of the Ombudsman.
Ano masasabi mo dyan, Sir June?
Yes, actually, I was not very supportive of sa tingin ko yung timing of the suspension is off sa although I am not pro Gwen I'm just saying that ang dapat talaga let the people decide to elect whom they think should win. But as we all know, politicizing the election has become so rampant na na even the arrest of or the kidnapping of Tatay Digong can be somehow remotely connected to election because the timing is also very, very questionable na the PRRD was strongly campaigning for senatorial candidates na Duterte 10. But in the end, in the last 3 years, we've seen so much politicizing of almost every government activity. And then what really happened was our government has become too focused on politicizing and persecuting its enemy that we already lost a government that truly serves the people. And even right now, in the next few days, the COMELEC will be the star of the show. And we have seen so much questionable activities done by COMELEC. So every Filipino must vote and must be vigilant because at the end of the day, our votes are sacred. If we will fail to if we cannot guard our votes against cheating, it means we already failed as a nation. So we have the duty to be vigilant. We have the duty to be very vocal. Let's not be violent, but let's not be intimidated in telling the truth. Because most of the effort of this government is to intimidate people who tells the truth. And the biggest victim is Tatay Digong and Pastor Kibuloy. They are already in prison. And me, myself, even wala silang pinal na case sa akin, they try to intimidate me. But since it's our duty to really support our democratic country, let's vote, let's guard our votes na walang dayaan, and see you May 12. Let's win our Duterte candidates.
Yeah, Franco, let me just add a bit doon sa tanong mo about the suspension order of or MJ doon sa suspension order ni preventive suspension order ni Governor Gwen Garcia because I saw a press conference kanina from a certain undersecretary of the Department of Interior and Local Government tinatangon doon yung isang USEC na yon kung ano daw yung masasabi nila na sa hindi pag-comply nitong si Governor Garcia sa kanyang preventive suspension order na inisyu ng Ombudsman. Ang sagot ng DILG Undersecretary, sabi nila, yung DILG daw ang implementing arm ng mga suspension orders ng Ombudsman. Tapos, because of the conflicting law, I don't know, Attorney Mark siguro mayroong madadagdag nito mamaya, kasi ang sabi ng DILG, they are seeking clarity now kung talaga bang saklaw noong provision na any suspension orders within the election period should be subject to the approval of the COMELEC, the Commission on Elections. So as far as I can digest yung sinabi ng DILG Undersecretary kanina, ay humihingi pa daw sila ng clarity. Ewan ko kung legal opinion na from the DOJ or kung saan ba, para yon siguro ang gagamitin nilang basihan whether to implement the preventive suspension order of Governor Garcia or to stay it, no, a bit longer siguro, no? So yun lang. Yun lang ang nakikita ko diyan ng development ngayon.
Attorney Mark, baka may rejoin there kay sir.
For example, tama naman yan. So, mas maganda clarity, baka malabag naman ang batas ng for the implementation of the order. So, tama naman na may clarification, but still, ang may jurisdiction dyan with respect sa mga suspension sa mga government officials for abuses and for, aside sa abuses, yung mga corruption, is the Office of the Ombudsman, and ang mag-implement dyan is the DILG. Tama naman yan, kasi election season ngayon, may right talaga ang DILG na humingi ng clarification sa COMELEC.
Opo, bilang panghuli na lang po, mga Ginoo, ano po inyong paalala sa ating mga botante? Ilang araw na lang ang eleksyon na. Unahin ko po si Sir Jun Nabines. Sir.
Yes, sa tanan nga naminaw, labi na mga Bisaya, sa lahat ng nakikinig. In a democratic country like Philippines, the most important right, especially on the election time, is our vote. Because that is the time that we are handing our powers to a specific person that will either serve us or abuse us. We voted a president in 2022 whom we thought that we and promised that na may unit team daw. Pero what happened? Now, 2025 na. Let us learn lessons. Let us check sino ba talaga ang kakampi natin at hindi natin kakampi. And let us vote our conscience. Forget about the money na binigay nila sa inyo. Iboto nato ang atong konsensya. Atong labanan ang tao nga leader nga si Duterte kay naati siya gitawag nga Duterte. Let's vote for the Duterte. Let's vote for the leaders that will serve the Filipino people. Mabuhay.
Maraming salamat, Sir Jun.